Am I still gaining XP? I wasn't paying attention. Or am I level capped? Okay, I'm still gaining XP. Not quite level capped yet. Actually, why don't you come with me? You can follow behind Gunner, and once he's level capped, you can... Although I'll give you 3. Really wish I had tactics that I could just walk at these people on turn 1 and kill them. That they get the chance to defend themselves. Sort of. Like I said, sort of. Likes. Oh wait, I had upgraded my likes. Oops, whatever. There eventually. Alright, let's go get these Pandora boxes. I like opening them, it's fun. Did I... Wait, no. I'm holding my likes. What do you mean I'm like, upgrade the likes. It's like, help if they're actually in the castle. I don't even know what that one's already in. That one's just there to add to your side quest. Alright, I guess this way. That not the same color. Where does this one? You cannot enter it now. My bad. Money. Really? Really? I guess. Stone. I just thought of something now. You build... No. Can't make it the alchemist deposit there. That was a very long time for me to just go like, oh, I don't even know if you can do that. Yay, level up. Oh, wait, I need that, right? Yeah. Need this. And then what? Wisdom? Oh, and diplomacy. I'm missing diplomacy too. Wisdom and diplomacy. Alright, well, we hit the level cap. That's all well and good. A bitch game. I've gotten to the point where I just let you auto battle resolve regardless of how poorly the AI does. It still makes me fight these damned things. I forget if it does anything. Oh yeah, we do. Thank you. Once again, this creature was much like lost. He really had nothing to return to. No. But now I... Somebody. Wolf. Oh, that's right. I'm glad you... That's right, you do get something. This is actually a pretty decent item. Oh, weird. It comes in handy. Later, for sure. Oh, hey, it's what's his name? Back. Don't have arcane dust, or at least not nearly enough. Oh, there's the other part to that ring. Probably pick that up too. You know, I'm looking at the time here. I've been recording for a very long time. And there's still a lot of like little nitty-gritty stuff. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to quick show off this little side quest here. We're just going to kind of rush to it. An Alvarian spot, a popped grave rob. The Triumvirate won't be pleased when they hear about this. Grave robbing? No, emissary. I understand the confusion. Please, allow me to explain. I was assigned to observe necromancy activity in the region and report back to the Triumvirate. The most effective method? Marking the dead with tracing runes. Necromancers are drawn to such places. Most won't notice the difference. That's unorthodox, to say the least. It wouldn't be the first time Casper has gone a bit off the rails. I'm relieved you understand him. If I may, I still have work to finish. Would you and your troops be willing to assist? Work is more tedious than I expected, but if it helps the Triumvirate... How many corpses mark for this to actually be used? can hit this as well. We can finish this whole side quest. Beginning to wonder if tracking an undead legion of death and destruction the traditional way. Forefathers, I'm starting to question whether every unconventional idea deserves. Turn to the spy. And one final touch. There. Done. Now I can report back to Alvar. See you there, emissary. Alright. I am like 90% sure that that's the last side quest. So now I'm just going to do cleanup, but I'm probably going to do that off screen because, like I said, it's been recording for a very long time, and there's quite a bit of cleanup left on this map. I've very much taken my time, and I'm paying for it now. So we will be back once I get to the end of the level here. Okay. So we're back after clearing out the map and collecting everything we needed. We got a handful of artifacts like Vortex Robe, the... Oh, I forgot the spear. I want the spear? I think I want the spear, right? Yeah, I definitely want the spear. I forgot the spear. Alright. Oh no, I didn't. It's right here. No, I got the spear. Oh, it's right here. I'm an idiot. Got the lance. Okay. We got everything, and we're ready to just go take on Lord Galthran here. This is pointless. They won't speak, but we do need to wake the vampire. I'm afraid we'll have to clear a path. Now that was moving bone. Now that the moving bones have stopped, what is our plan? Vance said that Galthran is a torpor. Vampire and torpor needs life energy. A good splash of my blood ought to be enough to rouse him. However, it will weaken me badly, and I doubt he will awake in a pleasant mood. Life energy? We draw ours from the elemental flow. A strong surge of mana might do the trick. Though to create a force powerful enough to reach the vampire, we'd likely have to spend all the mana we possess. So either way, one of us will end up. Either way, one of us ends up. Okay, Jesus, goddammit. Either way, one of us ends up before an enraged vampire, barely able to stand. Not an easy choice. Yeah, but Gunner, well, she's got 19 defense now that I got this handy-dandy little thing here. Oh, I also got the Dragon Shield, so he gives up a fair bit of defense, but he's got 41 attack. Formations. Prepare to face the undead. But you lose 15 attack as well. Oh. What is this? What is happening? My slumber disturbed. How very inconsiderate. Who are you? What are your purpose here? We are envoys from Alvar. We've come to humbly request your aid. We? Does the elemental beside you also speak for the triumvirate? We speak with one voice. Our elements serve Alvar's will, as surely as Gunnar's flesh and bone. I see. The great cultural capital of Alvar seeks my help. How intriguing. Lord Galthran, I come on behalf of the guild. The legendary Thant himself. I suppose I should be honored. You stand accused of grave violations. Oh shit. Malfer... Malfersence? Why am I blanking on this word? I keep wanting to think malcontent, but Maleficence, I think is how you pronounce it, and raising remains well beyond your sanctioned quota. This is a breach of both regulation and decency. The punishment is clear. You must cease your activities and return to compliance. No necromancer is above the guild's law. No one is above. You speak as if I ever pledged allegiance to the guild. Lord Thant, are you here to enforce this? I hold no titles, just the will of the guild. And yes, non-compliance must be met with consequences. Then the choice is before you, envoy of Alva. I have the answers you seek, but if your masters wish to hear them, your forces will need to stand with me. I feared it would come to this. Hey, it's working. Okay. You probably noticed there was a little bit of a jump there. That's my bad. Let's call it technical difficulties. You'll also notice that there's a little bit different army composition. Excuse me. I reloaded the save, and I thought I'm going to take a little bit more time to prepare, because, well, there's a few things I missed. I had forgotten at the time to go down and grab the Primal Shrine, and so I ended up just taking another week or two to just cover the map and make sure I got everything. So yeah, you'll notice there is a little bit of a difference. Like I said, kind of technical difficulties, yada yada yada. Anyway, back on to the main event. Formations, prepare to face the it's not Garner's voice. Formations, prepare to face the undead. What's this? What is happening? My slumber disturbed? How very inconsiderate. Who are you, and what is your purpose here? We are envoys from Alvar, come to humbly request your aid. We? Does the elemental beside you speak for the Triumvirate? We speak with one voice. Our elements serve Alvar will surely as Gunner's flesh and bone. I see. The great cultural capital of Alvar seeks my help. How intriguing. Lord Galthran, I come on behalf of the guild. The legendary Thant himself. I suppose I should be honored. You stand accused of grave violations. Malfeasance and... Oh wait, shit, I just realized I did all this. Why am I doing this again? We can get into the middle of the fight here. Quick setup here. I kind of want to be a little bit more separated than this, but you can't really without tactics. Because that Lyke's just gonna blast me with his stupid one thing, the AoE that he's got. I forgot to go into Dragon Stance. That would have given me an extra turn. That's fine, 3 turns is more. But I would have got 4. Arguably would have been better. Alright. Sure. Hey, he got in that little spot. That's fantastic, actually. Kind of fight him one-on-one. I don't have to get... Eh. It's the final fight. I can be a little greedy. I don't have to go for 0 losses. Or I should say as few losses as possible. Better get the first strike on that. Did that end right on. Leave my dogs alone, you bastard. You guys are gonna have a tough time. You still was able to go. Kind of a pain in the ass. I'm gonna go lock this one. Got this guy before he becomes too big of a pain in my ass. Oh, I should have used at least one of the heroic strikes. I was saving the things for the this dude. At this point, I still should probably do. Here, we'll take out a few of those lights. Oh, he's got mass vulnerability? How did he... Does mass vulnerability do that? I don't remember I don't know if I've had mass vulnerability in a while. I remember it doing that. At 32. I'd rather use his a little. Yeah, this one kill. God, I love how the AI just casually walks in with their ranged units when you twilight them. Flips them, or no twilight. I had it right the first time. Holy crap. If you want to take notes, that's the first time I got it right the first time. Do I really need much else? I mean, I can cast a spell at this point, mostly for the jiggles up. But they're basically dead. Spells are kind of... Stop! Every necromancer understands power. I know when I've been beaten. We'll see what the future holds. Now, as I was saying, Alvar officially requests your aid. Officially requests, huh? And just how official is official, I wonder. Will Alvar officially stand by me when Thant, endless as he is, decides to cut me down again? In other words, what's in it for me? We will defend you against Thant. We defended you against Thant, didn't we? And for that, I'll overlook the rude awakening and the destruction of my undead property. Fine. What do you want? Official recognition. An audience with the triumvirate. Your support behind me. Doo-doo. I wish they had a little bit cooler victory. Like animation, kind of like in the other Heroes games.
You do enjoy your formality, don't you? Very well. Galfran, Lord of Grimstone Ridge, renowned vampire.
And from our information, a Death Knight unaffiliated with the guild, correct?
Quite so. I refuse to have my ambitions stifled by a bureaucrat like Ant.
Then you might find Alvar's promise.
From my reports, you strike me as a talented.
Flattery is always welcome, but if you think a few compliments win my loyalty. What exactly is in this for me?
Weren't we the ones helping you escape Tant's forces? That was our part of the deal.
Ah! I don't rely on favors. I adapt. With or without your attention. Not have adapt.
You will have full access to Alvar's resources and its extensive network of spies.
Uh-huh. Now that's worthy of my attention. Continue.
Balthazar, allow me. Lord Galfran, let me remind you that Am is about to be consumed by a force greater than you can handle alone. Want to join the guild? And if you refuse to side with,
Then your only option, to sprout chitin wings and start breathing fire. Hardly a fitting future for a lord, wouldn't you say?
I had not considered matters under this specific angle. My apologies. I am listening. What comes next?
Yay, new hero. So he's a skeleton master, which is pretty cool. Skeletons aren't quite the broken force they were in previous HOM games, just because your necromancy skill isn't strictly limited to skeletons. It'll hit all the different creatures. So it's still good. I mean, extra 2 speed, extra 2 initiative is a fantastic upgrade to the skeletons, doubling their HP, bonus attack and defense. Like, he makes some pretty nasty skeletons, and it's especially good on skeleton archers, as I've discussed in other videos. But skeleton archers are just pretty decent, being that you can get them very early in the game and use them to abuse some of the low-level early game fights. So this is a pretty good specialty. Maybe not the best, but it's pretty good. An interesting setup here with the expert luck, expert defense, the resistance. Defense is great. Resistance is kind of cool. Luck is, I mean, it's the only thing I don't know what you'd call it, like a tertiary stat. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's the only, like, in terms of like the luck versus morale, it's the only of the two things that affect the undead. So like you may as well, but luck just isn't quite the same as morale. It's great when it triggers because it's double damage, which you can argue isn't that what morale does, but morale gives you a whole extra turn, which means you get to move and make an extra attack. Whereas this is whatever the one attack you're making, you just deal double damage. So it's really good. I'm not knocking luck, but morale is generally a lot better, but since undead aren't affected by morale, you may as well have luck, so sure. Like, may as well. I don't know if it's the best skill. There are probably better skills, but I'm not going to knock it. And then, yeah, I think we're 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we got a few more skills left on the fair. We can still, I think we're 1 off now from what we need for the basics of his whatever that specialty thing is when you get the 5 correct ones. And Gunner still needs the other 2. I'm not holding out hope for Gunner because diplomacy does not roll very often for overlords, but maybe. Maybe we'll get it still. We'll see. Anyway, the combination of, what do we get, like 4? I think I had to record 4 sessions for this one. Whatever it is, that was a long one in total. Didn't mean for it to go that long, but it kind of did. Take a quick peek here at our next one. So corruption. While your attention is elsewhere, an enemy side force seized a key location. Spies report a temple knight at its head, accompanied by angels. So recently, Alvar has long maintained cordial relations with the Temple of the Sun, making this incursion deeply suspicious. Regardless of its origins, the invader must be stopped. This is an interesting and fun mission. Spoilers, just right off the bat, this is the first mission where you can get tier 7 creatures, which is pretty cool. I believe they let you get up to Mage Guild 4 in most castles. In some castles you can get up to tier 4. And I think there's one castle that you can get up to tier 5 in, if I'm not mistaken. This is your first option. If you opt to conquer a specific enemy castle, it's possible to get tier 5 spells. Unless they fix that in a patch that I'm not aware of. But in my last playthrough, there was one castle that could get up to tier 5. Whether that was a mistake or not, I don't know. If it's still in here, we might be able to get our first tier 5 spells. We'll see. But that's all for next time. So, we'll see you then.
So I'm holding myself on a precipice, and I've been dreaming off the ground. So I'm looking for something that's definite. I'm praying you don't let me down. It's gotta be all. It's gotta be all.